Labor won't pass that in the Senate.
Are you actually going to do anything?
Well, in the budget in May, you will see that we will try and address the issues around things like bracket creep. Certainly we want to do that. We want to do that through reducing spending. But if Labor and their friends in the Senate, in the crossbenchers, keep blocking those savings, it makes it very difficult to govern.
Why don't you just double dissolution then? Get on with it.
Well, that's an option. That is a live option. Of course it is. Because there's not only issues around savings measures, there's also the Australian Building and Construction Commission. Labor doesn't want to clean up construction and building in Australia. They want the CFMEU to continue to be a lawless organisation on building and construction. That's bad for productivity.
The perception is that Malcolm Turnbull's too worried about being popular than making tough decisions.
But we're not going to get pushed into making announcements around taxation.
You've had 2 years, you're not doing anything.
Just because the media and the commentators say we have to.
No, but you haven't done
when
anything.
I'm out in my electorate, people aren't demanding to know what tax reforms we're going to be putting forward in the budget.
Well, but they're demanding to know. They're wanting you to get your bank account in order.
Yeah, they're quite happy for us to govern sensibly, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to do the negative gearing thing that Labor wants to do, pushing up rents, pushing down property prices.
But you won't tell the Australian people what you'll
do. Labor's
do.
negative gearing policy will push up
negative gearing
and push down property prices.
Okay,
this is a government that have a series of talking points, but they have no sense of purpose. What is the reason why Malcolm Turnbull took over from Tony Abbott, apart from getting the keys to the lodge?
Okay, Malcolm,
it's beyond me.
I don't think
Malcolm, beyond the Australian
Malcolm
people.
Turnbull and the government have had a great month.
They've had a shocker,
but they're still a mile in front of you, and Bill Shorten doesn't even register on the popularity stakes.
64-19.
Well, we'll wait and see what happens at the election, Carl. But what we know...
Well, you might be the leader, by
Well, what we know is, in terms of this government, that Australians are disappointed. They had this sense of relief when Malcolm Turnbull took over, and now we have a government at war with itself. We've had another ministry sworn in just this week, another 5 new ministers, the revolving door, like everyone's getting a turn on the front bench, and no sense of purpose. I mean, Scott Morrison's the first minister, let alone treasurer, to ever go to the National Press Club and say absolutely diddly squat.
That is true.
It's not true. Carl, that is not... Just because he said it doesn't make it true.
I watched it.
Just because he said it doesn't make it true.
He made more sense talking about unicorns.
This from the government that had 78 ministers in 6 years.
Well, what did he say?
He talked about our sensible measures back to a surplus
he didn't
over
say
the course of the
didn't
next few
actually
years.
say any sensible measure. He just said sensible measures.
We are not... The government, the public does not want us to rush around announcing all sorts of reforms. They want sensible government, and that's what we're providing. They don't want negative gearing changes that make rents more expensive and that property prices dropping. Where's Labor getting all this money from?
Just before we go, you're a great friend of the program. We love having you and Anthony on. Just between us, when's the election?
Well, it's due in about September this year.
It won't be September. It has to be earlier.
I'm a great fan of the show.
Can we just get on with it?
I'm particularly liking this new set we've got from Graham Kennedy's Blankety Blanks.
They can't even make a decision on that.
It's nice to bring it back out again.
Are you serious?
Give it a polish up.
Why don't you have a look at the National Debt?
Pop it on the telly.
Look at the National Debt.
Graham would be pleased to see it being used again.
They have no plan.
Righto.
Just talking points.
Oh, there you're talking points.
I quite like that Blankety Blanks. Thank you,
I love Blankety Blanks. It's a great show.
There's a bit of that going on.
You would have gone well on that.
I love Blankety Blanks. Pull it, Pete. A wonderful show.
He would have gone very well on Blankety Blanks.
I would have been good at Blankety Blanks.
He would have been a star up there.
All he had to do was pick what the audience was saying was the most likely thing. The easiest show in the world.
It's the same as government.
Misspent youth.
Righto, you two.
Maybe they should give up on government and just have a series
of Ugly Dave Gray.
You
could have been Ugly Dave Gray. He was quite popular, Ugly Dave Gray.
Over to you.
I bet you loved Ugly Dave Gray, did you, Christopher? He's your speed.